What's up, guys? Good morning. It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So first of all, it's either day 29 or 2030. Okay, so this is the One Big Impact 30-day challenge. But today's focus is actually something a little bit unique, something that we've probably not worked on yet. It's how to build my own great workout plan. So first of all, the first thing that you need to do is realize, keep it simple, okay? And we're gonna keep this pretty simple, but I'm gonna make it easy to understand. Now, we'll put that over here. Keep it simple, okay? That's gonna be our focus, all right? First thing, realistic time per week to work out. How much time do you actually have to dedicate to working out per week realistically? So if it's an hour, say an hour. If you can get to the gym 3 days a week for 15, 20 minutes, then say that. Don't just say, I'm going to go, and then you actually don't fulfill those needs. If you say, I'm going to go 6 days a week, be damn sure that you're actually going to go 6 days a week. It doesn't matter if you don't go 6 days per week, but be realistic with your thoughts. And when you write down a workout plan, you need to make sure it's built accordingly. So if you're not going to go 6 days a week and you're just blowing smoke, then say you're going to go 3 days a week for 15, 20 minutes. Dedicate on paper exactly what you're going to dedicate in real life. Be realistic and you will actually achieve what you're trying to do. Now over here, say we're going to, for instance, we're going to, let's say 3 hours per week, okay? 3 hours per week dedicated, and maybe it's going to be spread throughout like 4 or 5 days, right? So we come over here and we have our month, okay? This is going to be my month. I know it's a busted ass calendar, but that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to break it down into smaller pieces here. And this is something you can do really simply on paper, okay? It's not a big deal. It's not something that you need to feel overwhelmed by. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is plenty. You don't have to worry about the days that you're not in the gym, whatever. Don't get too complicated. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, okay? Now, honestly, I already know that regardless of what your workout plan is, you may not be doing, if you're only 3 hours per week, you're probably not going to be doing Monday through Saturday. But that's okay. Just write it in the calendar format. You can print something out on Google, like a blank calendar for the month that you're in. So if you have 3 hours per day and you're like, dude, I got kids, job, all this crap, blah, I don't care, okay? So you're already saying, I can't do an hour each day, Jonathan. There's just no way to do it, okay? All right, cool. That's good, because I got something in store for you. So Monday, first of all, second, achieve what? What do you want to achieve? Because what you want to achieve is going to be how you're going to build your workouts. If you're wanting to lose weight, maybe it's something like this. Cardio, 30 minutes, minute lift. Then you have something like maybe Wednesday, you get an hour, and no cardio that day. And this is realistic. Like this is like your no excuses, okay? I'm putting in every possible bad scenario. Then you got 30 minutes here, lift, okay, whatever. Then you come in on Friday and you thought you had some stuff planned, whatever. It ends up not being that way. You can do an hour lift, okay, and 30 minutes cardio, okay? Now, first of all, you always want to do your cardio after your lift because you want your muscle building techniques to get the majority of your workout. That way you are actually getting lifting in and using all of that energy towards building muscle. slow, steady state cardio and stuff like that is just kind of like the cream on the crop if it's being done on the same day. So you got 30 minutes here, okay? An hour, you're at an hour and 30 minutes. You're at 2 hours, 3 hours. Boom, throw in an extra cardio day, okay? Simple. And you're probably like, well, Jonathan, isn't this how to build my own great workout plan? Yeah, but first of all, you have to dedicate some time to get there. Now, in a perfect world, this would look like this, okay? This is what it would look like. It wouldn't look all scattered like this. And I'm telling you, that is basically probably what 90% of you are going to come up with as far as like when you're actually going to go to the freaking gym, okay? Now, that being said, you have to understand something. Monday, let's say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, okay? 3 hours. You're going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so any of those other days, if Tuesday was like active rest, because you never really want a total rest day. You want to be walking around, maybe you go hiking, and then we'll put AR, active rest, AR, active rest, okay? So you got 3 lifting days. Now, realistically, half of that could be cardio, half of it could be lifting. You don't have to go in there and do some marathon workout, okay? It's okay. Now, like I said here, remember, we're trying to keep it simple. We're keeping it simple with all that we're talking about today. The most important thing when you're building a workout is that you remember, first of all, if you're watching this video, I'm friggin' new. You're new. You're a beginner. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. That's why you want to keep it simple. You don't want to be going in there and be like, you know what? I'm Gypsy Sapani. I'm going to bust out some crazy ass workouts and I'm going to be on top of the world. I'm going to have 21-inch arms by next year. I said that last year. It doesn't happen like that, okay? Trust me. It takes time. Being friggin' new is awesome because you get to friggin' learn everything. And that's friggin'. Okay, that's awesome. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's cool because if you're new, you get to learn everything for the first time, which is really exciting. Number 4, okay? Pick things. Pick, first of all, your compound exercises. Now, for instance, if you're doing, say, back day, maybe you want to pick something like deadlift. If you're doing leg day, maybe you want to pick something like squat. If you're doing chest day, maybe you want to do something like bench. Now, I'm only saying these because these are the most well-known compound exercises, okay? Compound means that you're using more than one joint, you're using more than one muscle group, you're using more than one piece of your body. The difference between compound exercises and isolation exercises is a deadlift versus a leg extension or something like that. For instance, not the same body part necessarily, but same deal. So you're isolating your quad versus your deadlift, you're using posterior chain, you're doing all kinds of exercises within one exercise, okay? So the next thing that you need to realize is you don't have to do deadlifts, you don't have to do bench press, and you don't have to do squats. You may have a muffed up knee, and there's absolutely no way you're going to be able to do something like that. But you might be able to do lunges just great. You might have bad shoulders, and there's no possible way that you're going to be able to do a bench press. That's fine. You might have a bad back, and there's no way you can do deadlifts, but you might be able to do something different, okay? So you need to go in the gym. Maybe instead of deadlifts, you could do back rows or something like that because it doesn't put a lot of pressure on your lower back or whatever have you. So you're going to, first of all, Google back exercises, Google leg exercises. And you can even go as far as to put compound back exercises. compound exercises for legs, compound exercises for chest. The reason that I want you to do compound exercises, first of all, is because they work out so much more than everything. So I would say, if you can, on these days, you pick, for instance, whatever your body part is that you feel that needs most work, try to throw it in a second day. But first of all, you would do, for Monday, you would do chest. And obviously, if you're doing chest, pushing exercise, your triceps are going to kind of go in there, but don't worry about it. But chest and maybe abs, for instance, okay? Keep it simple. The next day you come in there and you go back and we'll go to here. We do legs and abs. Maybe we could do back. We could do back and shoulders. Now shoulders, you don't really even need to include shoulders because a lot of chest exercises are going to work on those, and a lot of back exercises are going to work on the back of your shoulders. But if you're worried about getting every single part of your body in there and getting a good plan, now you have day 1, chest and abs, day 2, back and shoulders, day 3, legs and abs. The only reason I put abs twice is because it's far enough away from each other in order to get it twice. A lot of people's problem area or the area they want to focus on is their stomach or something like that. And you could do like this one, you could do weighted ab exercises, maybe 3 sets to fail. And then on the other one, you could just do non-weighted, okay, to failure. Same thing. Okay, so that gives you basically your first week. You understand it? On Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you just kind of wander around, maybe hiking with the kids or playing outside or something like that. Okay, so now a couple other things that I want to talk about as far as understanding these days. You may go in there on chest day and then you want to do another chest day on Tuesday or something like that. Generally speaking, each large muscle group needs approximately 48 hours of rest. Okay? You need, and it doesn't have necessarily anything to do with soreness. If you're still sore 3 or 4 days later, that's called delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS. A lot of the times that's actually a good indicator that you worked out and had a good exercise, but not necessarily that you're not ready to work that muscle group again. A lot of the times to get rid of soreness can be to exercise that area. Obviously, it'll be tough in the beginning, but once you start moving, getting some blood in there, trust me, you'll feel a heck of a lot better. The next thing is 2. If you're a little bit more advanced and you kind of had an understanding about how all this stuff works, then you might want to try something like Monday chest and triceps, okay? You might want to incorporate some compounds with some isos. Isolation movements versus compound movements. Okay, you can do that. You can do these 2 on the same day. Now, for instance, chest and triceps, when you're pushing, the triceps are being used with the chest. Same thing goes in the reverse, back, and biceps. Okay? If you're doing, and you can get way more complicated, you can do supersets of things like chest and back and different things, but honestly, for beginning, this is probably the best formulation to keep you going. Now, another thing that I want to talk about that's really important that a lot of people don't understand is rep range, okay? Building muscle technically is between 8 to 10. That's pretty well known. I mean, if you're trying to go straight up for power, maybe 4 to 6, just power. If you're trying to, and these are highly debated, this is just an average, okay? Now, if you're trying to get weight loss, burn extra calories, 12 to 15 is a good number. Keep your reps high, weight loss. Obviously, this is going to be less weight because you won't be able to carry as much. This is going to be most weight. power and muscle, like hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is the breakdown and building of muscle. Now, I personally think that you should incorporate with these larger compound exercises, I feel between 6 and 10 is a good number. The reason I say that is because if you are down over there doing a deadlift and you're trying to bust out 15 or 20 reps, it's going to get really taxing on your back, okay? But busting out 6 to 10 really good, strong, powerful movements is going to activate all of those muscles inside your body. Now, you have to remember, a lot of people are going to say, well, I can't do deadlifts, or I can't do this, I can't do that. You can mimic almost any one of these exercises with many, many things. You can actually mimic doing a deadlift with no weight at all, okay? You would just get down and then just bring it up, okay? If you do that 6 to 10 times and you're not conditioned, you will get a workout and do it over and over. You could also put a weighted backpack on. You could do it with dumbbells. You could do it with an empty barbell. You could do it with anything. You can literally start anywhere. A lot of what people don't realize is, for instance, if I tell you, so if I come in here and I tell you to do squats, and you say, Jonathan, I can't freaking do squats, dude. I put a bar on my back and it's just too damn heavy. So if that's true, and you are 250 lbs, 250 smackers, that's how much you weigh, right? Every time little Jesse squats down, how much is he squatting, technically? I'd say minus his calves, 230-ish. Okay, not to beat a dead horse, but not sure where I got cut off, my damn foam buildup. But basically, if you can't do certain exercises or you say you can't do things like a deadlift, there are things that you can do. So if you weigh 250 pounds, okay, 2,500 pounds, you are squatting 230-ish pounds minus your calves or whatever. So you could do air squats, okay? If you say you can't do chin-ups, fine. Do a lat pull. Do a mid-back row. Do a single arm row, okay? Single. Do anything that you can in the realm of that exercise, okay? So for instance, remember, all you're doing, to recap, I may not have explained this part well. Monday, you're picking a body part. Wednesday, you're picking a body part. Friday, same thing, okay? These 3 days, you are going to pick an exercise and stick with that exercise until you are insanely freaking great at that exercise. You want to continue to try to increase the weight that you're lifting each and every single week, if you can. For instance, like I said, deadlift, which I know is not going to be the favorite of everybody, that's fine. Squats. And what do we got? I'm going freaking brain dead here. And bench. They don't have to be these things. It could be split squats, it could be glute raises, it could be a mid-row, it could be chin-ups, it could be whatever. You're picking one exercise for each day. That's what you're going to do. You're going to get really good at it, and that's it. Okay? That's it. That's all you're going to do. You're going to look up how to do proper form. You're going to look up how to be the best deadlifter, the best squatter, and the best bencher out there in the freaking world. Why? Why are you only going to do that? Do you feel like, so if you go in there and you're doing 5 sets of deadlifts, Wednesday, you're doing 5 sets of squats. 5 sets. Now, I'm not saying you're going to do 5, but you could do, with these, you could do a 5x5 program. 5 sets of 5, 5 sets of 5, 5 sets of 5. And you could build those up. You could build up your numbers over time. Now, obviously, with these big heavy lifts, deadlifts, squats, and benches, there's like SquatBot where you can just literally put in your numbers and it'll pop out like a 12-week program. And it'll say, do these numbers, do these numbers, do these numbers. That would be the easiest scenario. But just saying in general, whether it's split squats, whether it's leg press, whether it's whatever it is, okay, realize that you're only picking one exercise per day. Why am I saying this? Because you're probably a friggin' beginner, and it's okay. You're going to learn how to do these exercises freaking insane. You're going to put up bigger numbers each week, and then by the time you're done with that 4 weeks, you're going to be a pro at these exercises. And if you want to add to these exercises, fine. If you want to delete them and add 3 different ones and become a 4-week pro after that, awesome. And you're probably thinking, I'm not going to learn that much in 4 weeks. Bullshit. If you're doing this one every week, 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 and so on, I promise you, you're going to get damn good or a hell of a lot better than doing 100 different exercises and stressing yourself out. Now, remember, you are not going into the gym doing anything but just a simple exercise, okay? If you're wanting to add in cardio or something like that, that's on top of this. That's fine. But do not do anything until you've perfected these exercises. It's simple. Keep it simple. You guys, be stronger than excuses. Keep up the good work. Sorry for the long video. I hope this helps you. Design your program. Keep it simple. Be stronger than excuses. And remember to spread love, not hate. Peace.